Hey everybody, we scored an LS6 here, and it was 600 bucks. I think it was dynoed at 450 horse. It's got cam in it, maybe a little bit of compression. I don't really know. We're gonna dive into it, tear it apart, and see what we can use for the old LS1 here in the Korvetsky. I just finished cleaning that. Yeah, it's time to start putting her back together now. So. All right, so here's what we found inside the LS6. We got a comp cams, CVM Motorsports, whatever that is. I'll have to cut all them and figure out what the specs on the cam are. Lifters all look good. We got a Melling oil pump here. Looks like it's the 10296. I'll have to figure out what that is. Got a cam. We'll figure out what kind of cam. Oh yeah, right there, 243, and they look fairly fresh. So, this was on a sand rail, out of a sand rail. So, there was a little sand on top of the engine. I cleaned as much off as I possibly could, but there's still a little bit. So I'm gonna have to pull those heads apart and just make sure I didn't get any sand inside, clean them up good, and then. So I looked up the cam that came out of this thing. I called this CBM Motorsports. It's their ground by comp cams, and here are the specs: 220, 228, 581, 588, and 112 lobe separation. That's pretty dang close to the cam I would have picked anyways. So we're going to use it. Also add the 243 LS6 head, so a little smaller combustion chamber, a little higher flowing. Not so much concerned with the higher flowing, but the smaller combustion chamber I'm definitely excited about, so we'll use those. Bump the compression a little bit, which will, give us a little power throughout the RPM range. And yeah, so freaking pumped. We should gain some power.